no, I'm driving into the water. Well, wait a second. I press a button, and the wheels roll up. Now I've got a real boat. Cool, an amphibian vehicle. It goes fast on land and water. So, why can't you drive one to work? And why can't you drive one of these? It's a full-size car that does 30 miles per hour on water. And why can't you buy this bigger version? It would be great for rescue missions where rescuers have to go from water to land to get to a hospital. Why can't American fire departments buy it? Let's ask the daughter of the man who invented those vehicles, Debbie Gibbs. So, your father came up with these things, but why can't I buy them in America? Like the car, for example.
Well, the car was available in Europe where it was legal on the road, but in America it's not, because we can't put airbags in a vehicle that's going to go on the ocean.
Because a boat hits the waves like this and the airbag would go off.
Exactly. In Europe they're more flexible. They have their system is based on outcomes rather than being as prescriptive. So as long as you meet a certain requirement in terms of the impact on the driver or the occupant, then they give you more discretion as to how you can go about achieving that result. They don't mandate the process.
They don't mandate airbags. They say as long as you have this or that to keep the driver safe. But you want to get into America because this is the big market, and there are more places where there's land, water together, and more recreational.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's why we've launched the Quadski here, because we can do that
That's that yellow
legally.
thing that I was driving.
That's exactly right.
And so that's a recreational vehicle. You don't have to have an airbag. That you could get approval for in months in Europe, but here it took years.
In Europe, we could get it road legal within a matter of months because they allow quad bikes on the roads in Europe. In most states in America, quad bikes aren't road legal, so there's a lower threshold for requirement. It's an off-road vehicle.
So you can get it approved, but you can't drive it to work. You can't drive it on the road. And you say part of this is crony capitalism. The chosen ones, in this case, turn out to be the big three, the established car companies. They like the rules because they keep competitors like you out?
Well, I think that's largely why there haven't been any new car companies in the States for decades. While there are small production-run vehicles right through Europe and Asia, there haven't been any here. And it's because the regulatory requirements are so much more stringent. You know, when the regulations were written, nobody could even imagine such a thing as a high-speed amphibian. So it's outside of all of their categories and boxes, and that makes it difficult to be an innovator.
The military has been working on an amphibious vehicle for years, and they've gotten it so it'll go 8 miles per hour in the water.
Exactly. Well, they were trying to establish something faster than that, and they've spent, by the reports I've read, it looks like about $10 billion on trying to develop a faster amphibious vehicle. They've failed, and we've succeeded. We've created
And you're going
trucks
30, 40 miles per hour. Well,
Exactly.
8 miles per hour was their record.
Yep, I'm afraid we're sending our Marines into battle on World War II technology.
And I would think fire departments, it would be important because if they rescue someone in the water, they then have to transfer the body to a vehicle, which is painful.
Exactly. I mean, the trucks and the larger vehicles have been largely developed for rescue and first responder usage, and we feel that there's going to be a lot of lives saved by being able to pick people out of the water or go on rescue missions without having to be mindful of whether there was water between you and your destination. You could get them, no matter what the circumstances, rising waters, and get them straight from the water to a hospital without having to transfer them.
At least you got approval for the recreational vehicle.
Exactly.
This thing I'm driving, but I noticed it's got at least 29 warning labels.
Well, that was, as I've mentioned to you, the whole tort and liability issues in the States require that your manual be so epic that barely anybody bothers reading it in order to try to cover any foreseeable circumstance and any silly thing that somebody might think of.
So aren't we safer because of all these rules and lawsuits?
I doubt it. I very much doubt it. I think innovation and allowing people to be as creative and utilize new technologies is what's going to make us safer.
I agree. Thank you, Debbie Gibbs. Later